Okay class, today we will see the chemical composition of polymer molecule. I have already explained you the introduction part. So let's jump to carbon. As we all know, carbon is the most important element in organic chemistry and polymer chemistry and forms all or most of the main chain in most polymers. Each and every polymer you see, it will have carbon in its backbone chain. Most of them, except inorganic polymers. Carbon itself is neither electropositive nor electronegative because its electronic configuration is 2, 4. So 4 electrons, and it needs 4 electrons to complete its octet. So it can either give or it can take 4 electrons. Therefore it is neither electropositive nor electronegative, and we know electropositive are those elements which donate electrons and electronegatives are those elements which accepts electrons. So this difference should be clear in your head. Okay. And the C double bond, C bond by itself is completely neutral and very stable, and we can see, as we can see in diamond and graphite. So read with concentration, then only you will understand the subject. The energy and strength of the CC bond are quite sufficient for thermal stability and for ultraviolet light stability. The instability of the quaternary carbon atom in polymer structure is probably due to steric hindrance and which favors depolymerization. So quaternary carbon atom, okay, is a problem. Bound to 4 other carbon atoms. So you see, a carbon which is bonded to 4 other carbon atoms will be unstable. It is probably due to steric hindrance which favors depolymerization. Now attachment of other elements to the carbon atom introduces polarity into the CC bond. Suppose we attach chlorine to the CC bond, then naturally chlorine is highly electronegative, so there will be a polarity. Therefore it will lower its stability. In certain cases this happens. Most of the effects of chemical composition upon polymer properties are due to the attachment of these other elements to carbon. Now let us consider C double bond C. In C double bond C, the 2 pairs of electron between 2 carbon atoms are more than can be accommodated electrically with good stability. This makes the C double bond C bond very reactive with oxygen, ozone, halogen and hydrogen halides. Because electrically it is difficult to accommodate it, therefore it is unstable. Unstable means susceptible to reactions. Reactions which are important in the utilization of rubber. When the C double bond C bond is in the alpha position, which is the alpha position? The carbon next to the functional group is the alpha position. So let us see alpha position. So this is the functional group. So the carbon next to the functional group is alpha position carbon, and next to it is beta, and so on. Okay. So when the C double bond C is in the alpha position at the end of the molecule, it is very often polymerizable by free radical or cationic mechanism, particularly with applications of appropriation initiator. This is very important in monomer casting, particularly of methyl methacrylate, diethylamate, and diethylene glycol, bis-allyl carbonate for glazing and lenses. The action of installing windows, a glaze. And lenses we all know. Okay. So even internal C double bond C bond in the interior of the polymer may be sufficiently activated by adjacent groups to become readily polymerizable. For example, in the cure of unsaturated polyester made from maleic and fumaric acids, particularly for reinforced plastic, when there are a large number of C double bond C on other double bonds on alternating pair of the atoms in the polymeric molecule, such multiple conjugated unsaturation produces chromophoric structures. So double bond means unsaturation, therefore it produces chromophoric structure and they impart color, and sometimes the color is like very untidy looking, so it's not good for the product which is responsible for color. For example, the deterioration of polyvinyl chloride. When such multiple conjugated unsaturation is extended very broadly throughout the polymer structure, it may give rise to a fairly free-floating cloud of electrons. So free-floating cloud of electron means electrical conductivity. If you want to make an insulator, then this is a very big disadvantage, because the insulator should not conduct any electricity, which may even permit electrical current. In aromatic structure, on the other hand, the unsaturation of the C double bond C bond is completely stabilized by the resonance, and these aromatic structure generally provide high thermal stability in polymer molecule, especially in newer high temperature resin. Okay, so in aromatic that problem is not there because the unsaturation is stabilized by resonance. Okay class, so this is all about carbon.